Troy police make an arrest in yesterday's apartment shooting.
Plus, students prepare for their spring break. Stay tuned. Trojan Vision Nightly News starts now.
From the worldwide campuses of Troy University, this is Troy Trojan Vision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to Trojan Vision Nightly News for March 4th, 2011. I'm Megan Hunter.
And I'm Courtney Still. Thank you for joining us this evening. Troy police have arrested a Brundage man in the charge of attempted murder in the connection with yesterday morning's shooting at a Troy apartment complex. 25-year-old Carlos Ashari Pugh of Brundage was arrested last night after he turned himself into Troy police. Pugh allegedly shot an unidentified victim once in the chest with a handgun at the Chandler Apartments on Fulmer Street Thursday morning around 11:30. Police believe the motive was domestic related. Pugh's bond was set at $100,000 and is being held in Pike County Jail. At last report, the victim was in critical condition after being airlifted to Baptist South in Montgomery.
5 Troy University fraternity brothers hit the pavement this morning, headed to Panama City, Florida, on foot. Rachel Ellis has more details on the journey that is becoming a spring break tradition.
The State Farm Walk Hard event kicked off this morning on the quad of Troy University. The 5 fraternity brothers will trek all the way to Panama City Beach, arriving on Wednesday afternoon.
I'm excited. I know the rest of the guys are ready to get this on, on the road. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Stayed up packing. Should have went to bed way before I did, but it's ready to start.
I think tomorrow, once I realize, how long it is and how far it's actually going to be, I'll get a little more nervous. But I'm more excited just, to get going and really get people, noticing what we're doing.
It's so weird this time because last time I wasn't nervous about it because I didn't know what to expect. Because I do now. I'm a little more nervous this year just because I know that it's difficult, and it was a challenge last year, and I know it will be this year as well.
But 6 days worth of food, hygiene products, and everything else necessary can be pretty tough to carry along on the 140-mile route.
So much stuff. This year I went a lot lighter than I did last year, and it's still a pain. Clothes, food, extra shoes.
Any medical supplies for my feet and like blisters and that kind of stuff.
We packed a lot of clothes, made sure we got a lot of stuff because it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so we need to stay dry.
Tent, sleeping bag, hammock.
Like lots of water, that kind of stuff. It was kind of weird like having to sort through what I needed and what I didn't need. So it was an experience.
One of the walkers has previous experience with the Alabama Special Camp for Children and Adults, making the journey even more rewarding.
I actually have worked 2 summers out at Camp Asca and as a counselor, and that place is just one of the most wonderful places in the world. It gives children and adults with mental and physical disabilities the opportunity to experience summer camp. And without that place, most of them never would have that opportunity.
There were no doubts about finishing the trip as the group left this morning, but they know it's called Walk Hard for a reason.
It's not comfortable, but at the same time, honestly, it's the most freeing thing you ever do. My only responsibility was to make it to the next point, and that's what I love about doing this. Is, it's awful. Like it's hard work. That's why it's walk hard. It's not walk easy.
No, it won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Rachel Ellis, Troy Trojan Vision News.
If you would like to donate money to the Walk Hard event, you can go to www.walkhard.org.
Well, last night, some of Troy University's women got a little glammed up as the school crowned its new Miss Venus. A new beauty was crowned Thursday night on Troy University's campus. Lauren Guy was crowned Miss Venus 2011 in the Claudia Crosby Theater. The new Miss Venus tells what she looks forward to doing with her new title.
All the parades sound pretty fun, and speaking at the alumni meeting, that sounds great.
As former Miss Venus, Erica Epting passes on her title, she gives her successor a few words of advice.
To new Miss Venus, just to have fun because it really does go by quick. Enjoy it and congratulations because it takes a lot.
As the new heir to the crown, there are several responsibilities that Miss Venus has to fulfill.
She'll have a big day on March 26th. That's our spring reunion day. A lot of alumni come back. She'll start that day at the scholarship brunch to talk with all of the foundation scholarship winners for this year. And then at noon, she'll be one of the grand marshals in our spring parade, the St. Patrick's Day parade. And then that night, she'll go to the alumni banquet with her date. So after that, her year is pretty calm until we get to the parade at homecoming.
Miss Venus is encouraged to appreciate this opportunity that she has been given.
My advice to Miss Venus would be to have a good time and enjoy her reign as Miss Venus, and she'll get to be in a lot of parades, and she'll be a role model for other young ladies, and so my advice is for her just to enjoy this year.
Courtney Steele, Troy, Trojan Vision News. Not only did Miss Venus win the title and the crown, but she also received a $150 scholarship.
Well, spring break is finally here for Troy students, and for many, there is no better time of year to relax from the stress of class. Jasmine Bailey hit the campus to see what Troy students have planned for the break.
Spring Break 2011 begins tonight, and just like every other year, Troy University students are ecstatic. They seem to have very exciting plans to fulfill, and they definitely didn't hesitate to share them with me.
I'm going to Miami, going to hit the club. Maybe chill with LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, VIP, you know.
Fort Walton!
For spring break, I'm going to Mobile for Mardi Gras, and then I'll be going to Destin for the rest of the time.
I'm going to check out Tampa and enjoy the sun and work on my tan because it's been a long winter.
I will be in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, visiting some friends, going to a couple games, that's about it, seeing family.
And I'm going to Panama City Beach, and I can't tell you the rest.
For spring break, I'm going to Panama with my best friend and my 2 roommates and their best friends. And I think we're staying for 5 or 6 days, and we got a condo out there. And I'm really excited, yay.
I'm going deep sea fishing with my family.
All right. Going to Walton, Panama City.
Going to Key West, Alamodora Key. And I got a long trip headed down there, but we're excited.
I will be in Panama City, head to Miami that weekend.
Kind of gave up on the whole going to the beach and getting trash thing. I'm actually grabbing a whole bunch of friends. We're heading up north. We're going to go to New Jersey, go to see one of our chapters. I'm in a fraternity here. So we're going to go see up them, hang out. Probably not even going to drink, amazingly enough, and just go someplace I've never been before.
While most seem to have plans of any typical college student, some decided to dedicate their break to helping better the lives of others.
I'm actually going to Atlanta with a group from Campus Outreach, and we're going to volunteer with an organization called Street Grace, and they deal with human sex trafficking in Atlanta.
No matter what plans you may have for spring break, keep in mind that spring fever can be a dangerous disease. So be careful and come back in one piece. Jasmine Bailey, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
And fun in the sun may be the main priority for most Troy students, but there are a few things that they may want to think about before hitting the road.
And one of those things should probably be at the top of their list are ways to stay safe wherever they may end up over the next week. Kayla Sheila gives us a few tips on how students can make their spring break a safe one.
Many hours have been spent on planning student spring break that's occurring next week, but have students thought about their safety while they are gone?
When you start to leave for the break, be sure that you lock your dorm room, or if you live in an apartment, be sure you lock your apartment. You need to have your vehicle properly checked, make sure that it's ready for safe travel. Need to call a family member or a friend, let them know that you're about to leave for your trip. Need to be sure when you're traveling that you buckle up, you obey all the traffic laws, and be sure never to use your cell phone while driving.
And don't forget about your safety while you are out and about at night.
Okay, when headed out for tonight, be sure you travel in groups, and be sure that you lock your vehicle. Leave nothing of value on the seat. If you have a purse or a wallet that you plan on leaving in the vehicle, either put it under the seat or in the trunk. And be sure that you get everything of value out of sight. Remember, out of sight, out of mind.
And after having a night of fun, don't forget that you need to be thinking about your safety on your way back home.
They need to go back in a group. When you start to leave the building, check your surroundings. See anything suspicious, you need to go back in and report it, or either call 911 and have someone come and check it out. Once you get back to your vehicle, before you get in it, be sure that you check all the doors and make sure it's still locked. And always remember, do not drink and drive. If you drink, you need to have a designated driver.
Kayla Sheeler, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
And as fun as spring break may be, all good things must come to an end. Classes resume on Monday, March 14th.
And now taking a look at news from around the state, a legislator has introduced a bill to expand deer hunting season in Alabama. The measure by Republican State Senator Tom Whiteley of Opelika would extend deer season from early November to mid-February. Buck season currently ends in January.
And next in state news, some people who live near a huge landfill in Perry County say a proposed law doesn't go far enough in regulating the disposal of coal ash in Alabama. A bill being considered by the legislature would give the state oversight over coal ash disposal.
And last in state news, U.S. Postal Service officials say a proposal to shift the processing of the outgoing mail in Alabama would eliminate some positions in Huntsville, but existing vacancies would mean that no workers would lose their jobs. Post office officials held a meeting last night in Decatur and outlined the plan.